All my life, I was taught that my skin was too loud, too black, too much for love. So I became someone else. Until one day, love found me, and I realized I had built a fairy tale on silence. My name is Chimamanda Okeke, but the world knows me as Amara Kennedy. I was 5 when a tragic accident in Enugu claimed my parents' lives. Next thing I knew, I was adopted by an American missionary couple, the Kennedys. We moved to Texas and everything changed. They renamed me Amara. They said it meant grace, but what they really meant was blend in. I grew up around whiteness, Christian schools, ballet, piano, recitals, sunblock, silence, and more silence. One day, my adopted mother looked me in the eyes and said, "We don't see color in this house. You're just like us now." But outside that house, the world saw everything. And I learned to erase myself quietly. I relaxed my hair, learned to speak without my accent, used light filters on my photos, even listed Caribbean European as my background. That's how I survived corporate America, by being soft, beautiful, uncomplicated, never too loud, never too black. Until Brandon Carter walked into my life. He was tall, confident, charming, with those blue eyes and a southern drawl. We met at a tech networking event. I was sipping wine quietly when he came up to me and said, "You look Europeanish, classy, mysterious, not like the loud black girls on TikTok." I should have walked away, but I smiled, nervously. Something about him pulled me in. He kept showing up, sending flowers, inviting me to jazz lounges, telling me I made him feel calm. 8 months later, on a rooftop in Austin, he proposed. I said yes, but that night, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. A week later, his mother called. She said, and I'll never forget this, "You're exactly what I prayed for. We finally have class in the family." Those words, they sliced through me like I was a trophy, polished, exotic, unthreatening. Then one evening, I got a call from a Nigerian number. It was an old woman, Mama Onyinye. She said she was my grandmother, my real grandmother. She had tracked me down through embassy records. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "You are not lost, my pikin. Come home, even for one night. Let the land see your feet before you enter your new life." Brandon was planning our wedding. He wanted us to honeymoon in Morocco. He told me, "Buy something exotic, Ankara, maybe. Let's do something African for fun." He still didn't know I was Nigerian. He just assumed I was something light-skinned, something safe. So I packed my bag and flew to Enugu. When I arrived, the smell of dust and palm oil met me at the airport. The heat clung to my skin, but somehow my soul exhaled. Mama Onyinye met me at the gate. She fell to her knees and wept when she saw me. And then she showed me photos of my parents. My mother was dark-skinned, radiant, a nurse with eyes full of life. My father, a proud sculptor who wanted to build a school for underprivileged children. They died on the way to buy land for that dream. Mama held my hand and whispered, "You are not a ghost, Amara. You are a queen who forgot her crown." Before I left, she gave me a letter. It read, "My daughter, if your love must hide your skin, it is not love. Walk into your marriage wearing truth, or do not walk in at all." On my flight back to Houston, I sat by the window, my natural hair loose, my heart beating with something new. Fire. When I walked into Brandon's house that evening, his mother looked at me and said, "Oh, sweetheart, are you going to wear your hair like that?" And for the first time in my life, I looked her straight in the eyes and said, "Yes, I will." Later that night, I overheard Brandon and his groomsmen laughing. One of them joked, "Imagine if she turned out to be black on the wedding day. Total plot twist." Brandon laughed too. He said, "That would be messed up, bro. I'll dip." And I stood there, frozen, my hand on the door, my heart cracking open. Thank you for watching the part 1 of this interesting story. Do well to check my channel, Afritales with ZobAnwa, for the part 2 of this story. Don't miss out. Thank you.